Hello. So today I'd like to talk to you about putting uh, really hot AMD cards that run 94 Celsius in Crossfire in a really tight case. Now I have it says in AMD, there you go, that's your proof. AMD Radeon R9 200 series, I have two of them. Sorry for the shaking. Crossfire enabled. Here we go. At idle, they're 40 degrees. 40 degrees. Have the AMD 8350 overclocked to 4.5 gigahertz. So, why is this a problem, you will say? People have had 290Xs in Crossfire. Well, I put it into a good-looking case, and that came at a price of space. And here you go. Here's the case. So you can get that a little bit bigger. There you go. That's the case. There we go. So there are the two cards. There's like almost no space between the bottom, which is the power supply cover. This wouldn't be a problem in other cases if there was no power supply cover. But because it's so close to the bottom card, it gives like almost no space for the cooling. The second card is pretty tight, a bit better. But oh my god, the lower card is really bad. Now let me tell you about this case. First of all, it has a really nice side window. Installed some LEDs over there in the bottom. It has three fans at the front, pulling cool air in. So there's one here, and one here for general airflow. If you can see those, it's kind of hard to see. There's one, there's two, there's another one at the bottom. There's one. There's one fan pulling all the hot air in the middle out, usually generated by the CPU. Since I have liquid cooling, it's directly exhausted out the case. And there's two. This is the H105. But if you have like a cooler, air cooler, that'll be ejecting the hot air through the back over here. There isn't any cooling for these two cards. Like in my old case, like it didn't look as good as this. Like it has a really nice side panel and everything. You can see all the cards. But you could mount a fan here, right? You can mount a fan and push all the cold air in between those cards. Here, there's no such thing. So I would not recommend this case for any Crossfire, except would I? So there is actually a workaround that I got to with some, modding and stuff. So I'll show you that. Put a fan right there, if you can see that. Let's try to get that a bit closer. See, there's a fan right there, but there's no mount for it. So I had to basically twist tie it in and zip tie it from the other side. And your cable management has to be really good, because if any cable basically goes in there, this is going to be a big problem. So you have to have everything zip tied at the back. So it's pushing the air between those two cards, and I had to even try to make these power cords on the side so they don't touch anything. So that fan is bringing down the total degrees of both of these cards by 15 degrees. So they run around 94 at full load, and they go to 80 degrees now. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Also, so let's see the back. Let's see the back on how to install that fan. So here we go at the back. Let's see a wider angle here. It's a big mess. I have a lot of wires in there. And the reason is because I installed LED lights as well. So that created more wires. And then what else did I put in there? I mean, the wire management is pretty good if you get it all worked out. But it is pretty difficult. I mean, if you do it better, sure. The only reason is I had to remove a lot of things in there trying to get that fan in. So what I did was made sure that all of these were zip tied together. So these are all pretty solid. Wires, they're all zip tied a couple of times. And then I had to zip tie the fan in between these pegs. So here there were a couple of drive cages I had to take out, just like this on these screws if it zooms in, right? So they were allocated there, and I took them out, and I had to zip tie through these holes this fan, and it's pretty solid. Like I can't really move it too much. And what happened was it started to swing in this way, even though it was solid. It swung in this way. So from the other side, I had to twist tie it. And you had to get a really, really long twist tie and twist tie it to the other side of the case, basically, so it doesn't swing forward this way. Other than that, it's pretty good. Yeah. So the fan just plugs into over here with the fan controller. I didn't really know where else to put it. You can put it on the motherboard, but you need pretty long extension cable. I don't want to do that. Also, another thing I want to mention. I had to remove the USB connector that connects. See, that connects to those pins. So everything is working except for the USB 3.0 connector that connects to the case. So these USB ports don't work anymore. Now the reason is because the USB connector is really big. This card wouldn't even fit like at all. And all these SSD, there are two SSD bays over here. I had my SSD originally over here, but again, it's so little room. There's no reason for them to be here. If you had like one card, that's fine. But really, there's no other reason. So the SSD I had to move to one of those hard drive bay cages. I mean, it's not a big deal, but can't really put them there. So let's go into some temperature readings, I guess. Got our two cards in there. Everything's working. The fans are working. I have a fan profile set up here. So the cards do ramp up pretty quickly once they get a bit hotter. Everything is on. Even Hairworks is on for AMD. Now it is flickering. I think it's because of the overclock. It's the second card is taking the first card's overclock, which I'll disable a bit later. But they are overclocked by 5%. I gotta fix that later. Sharpening is on low because I don't like sharpening. It doesn't impact performance or anything. Everything else maxed. There you go. So while it's running, those cards are heating up. Come on, Gary, I'll do something. I don't know, let's just... those glitches. So if you're running in Crossfire, just to let you know that it is a problem if you have one overclocked and the other one's not. You might want to go to Afterburner and set them both at stock clocks, because the second card, if you want to set anything in the Afterburner, the second card will it will get the overclock as well, so you can just, that might not be as stable for the second card. That's why I'm having some glitches here, because the second card is overclocked without any overvolting or anything and can't handle it. But at stock speed, it's fine. But just to show you, overclock, that's good too. Oh no, 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 I can't play with one hand. Okay, or can I? Can I? Oh, yes we can. Just rush in, I guess. Oh no, oh, I can't run. There you go. Some combat here. Still at 60 FPS locked. Okay, why don't we check back? So there you go. So the hottest, both of them were running 81. Now this card is going 100%. I mean, in gameplay it would be 81, 77. So that's pretty good. They were hitting 90 degrees, 94 degrees, both of them, before I installed that fan. Just by playing this, they were about 94. This one is gonna go 100%, probably go to like 90. If you just leave it at 100. But if I didn't leave it at 100, it would go even further. Might as well cheat. So this was a 1050. You can change it back to stock. Stock settings. Stock settings on 290X is 1000, and this one is 1250. You can zoom in there. 1250 and come on. 1000, 1250, and then you just click apply. And both of them are now at, see, it goes to 90 just on 100% because I alt tabbed it. Otherwise it should decrease in temperatures while playing the game. 59, 60, yeah. So there's Russian because I'm playing just with the mouse. There we go. It's gonna explode in my face now. That's what she said. Okay. Let me know if you need to know anything else about the case in the comments. I know it's been a long video, sorry about that. I'll try to shorten it. I don't know how I'll shorten it, but let's try to get it below 20 frames. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please ask. And bye for now.